You think history is filled with wise kings, brilliant... Get ready to question everything you thought you knew. Some of the world's greatest figures had habits so bizarre, you won't believe they're real. A king who drank gold, a scientist who kept a corpse in his bedroom, and a president who believed in UFOs. These are the 50 weirdest habits of history's most powerful people. From the paranoid rituals of emperors to the peculiar eccentricities of geniuses, we're about to uncover the hidden lives of those who shaped our world. Get ready to question everything you thought you knew, because some of these habits are so strange, so unbelievable, they'll leave you speechless. Before we begin, hit that like button, share with your friends, and subscribe for more unbelievable historical secrets. Ivan the Terrible, the first Tsar of Russia, was known for his brutal reign. But few know that Ivan kept the skulls of his enemies as trophies, even turning some into drinking cups. Andrew Jackson, the 7th President of the United States, was a tough frontiersman. He lived for decades with a bullet lodged near his heart, a memento of a duel, refusing surgery despite the constant pain. Grigory Rasputin, the mad monk of Russia, believed that physical filth brought him closer to God. He famously refused to wash, claiming it diminished his spiritual powers. Chapter 4. Nikola Tesla and the Pigeon. Nikola Tesla, the brilliant inventor, developed a strange obsession with a single pigeon. He claimed it understood him like no human ever could, professing his love for the bird. Chapter 5. Peter the Great's Cabinet of Curiosities. Peter the Great, Tsar of Russia, was fascinated by the human body, but not in a conventional way. He collected deformed human remains in jars, creating a macabre museum in his palace. Chapter 6. Howard Hughes' Tissue Box Shoes. Howard Hughes, the eccentric billionaire, was terrified of germs. To avoid contact with the ground, he took to wearing tissue boxes on his feet, a strange sight even in Hollywood. Chapter 7. Pythagoras and the Forbidden Bean. Pythagoras, the Greek mathematician, wasn't just obsessed with numbers. He held a peculiar aversion to beans, forbidding his followers from eating them, believing they contained human souls. Chapter 8. Stalin's Rewritten History. Joseph Stalin, the dictator of the Soviet Union, sought to control not just the present, but the past. He infamously had history books rewritten, erasing his enemies and solidifying his own narrative. Chapter 9. Andrew Johnson's Drunken Speeches. Andrew Johnson, the 17th President of the United States, had a problem with alcohol. He infamously delivered his inaugural address completely drunk, shocking the nation. Chapter 10. Franz Liszt's Piano Strings. Franz Liszt, the flamboyant pianist, craved drama even in his performances. He would deliberately break piano strings while playing, then dramatically toss the remnants into the audience. Chapter 11. Paul Erdős's amphetamine-fueled genius. Paul Erdős, the prolific mathematician, believed amphetamines were the key to unlocking his mental potential. He consumed them daily, claiming they enhanced his focus and creativity. Chapter 12. Warren Harding's Secret Love Nest. Warren G. Harding, the 29th President, presented an image of respectability. Behind closed doors, he maintained a secret love nest, penning thousands of passionate letters to his mistress. Chapter 13. King Ludwig II of Bavaria, known for his fairy tale castles, had a peculiar habit. He would commission their construction, pouring his fortune into them, yet refused to live in these opulent creations. Chapter 14. Benjamin Disraeli, the British Prime Minister, understood the power of image. He used flamboyant clothing and accessories to distract from his political vulnerabilities, becoming a fashion icon. Chapter 15. Tsar Paul I of Russia, known for his eccentricities, had a peculiar military obsession. He believed marching backward looked more impressive and subjected his soldiers to this absurd drill. Chapter 16. Claude Monet, the Impressionist painter, feared losing the very essence of his art. Even as his vision deteriorated, he refused to wear glasses, afraid it would alter his perception of colour. Chapter 17. Thomas Jefferson, the founding father, had an unusual companion, a pet mockingbird named Dick. The bird would perch on his shoulder as he drafted documents, a testament to their bond. Chapter 18. James Garfield, the 20th president, possessed an incredible linguistic gift. He could write in Greek with one hand and Latin with the other simultaneously, a feat of mental agility. Chapter 19. Charles Dickens, the literary genius, believed in the power of magnetic fields. He insisted on sleeping facing north, convinced it aligned him with the Earth's energy and fueled his creativity. Chapter 20. Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd president, found comfort in an unusual collection. He amassed hundreds of stuffed birds, displaying them throughout his home, a testament to his love for nature. Chapter 21. Voltaire, the Enlightenment philosopher, fueled his prolific writing with copious amounts of coffee. He reportedly drank up to 50 cups a day, a testament to his insatiable thirst for knowledge. J.P. Morgan, the powerful financier, harbored a secret insecurity. He was deeply self-conscious about his deformed nose, refusing to be photographed throughout his life. John D. Rockefeller, the oil tycoon, had a peculiar way of teaching children about money. He would gift them dimes, not as a treat, but as a lesson in the value of even the smallest currency. Woodrow Wilson, the 28th president, held a distrust of modern technology. He refused to use electric lights in the White House, believing them to be unnatural and preferring the warm glow of gaslight. Chapter 25. King Philip II's letter legacy. King Philip II of Spain, known for his meticulous nature, documented his every thought. He penned thousands of letters, creating an intimate and revealing archive of his reign. Chapter 26. Freud's ancient inspiration. Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis, found inspiration in the ancient world. He surrounded himself with over 1,000 ancient statues in his office, believing they held keys to understanding the human psyche. Chapter 27. Darwin's exotic appetite. Charles Darwin, the naturalist, had an adventurous palate. He sampled every animal he studied, from exotic armadillos to owls, believing it provided insights into their evolution. Chapter 28. Teddy Roosevelt's White House stilts. Theodore Roosevelt, the energetic president, brought his playful side to the White House. He enjoyed walking on stilts through the halls, a surprising sight for dignitaries and staff alike. Chapter 29. Bach's musical insult. Johann Sebastian Bach, the master composer, used music as a weapon against his rivals. He once wrote an entire piece filled with deliberately awkward and unpleasant notes just to insult a fellow musician. Chapter 30. Winston Churchill's identical suits. Winston Churchill, the iconic Prime Minister, valued efficiency even in his wardrobe. He owned numerous identical suits, eliminating the need for daily decisions and projecting an image of consistency. Chapter 31. Catherine the Great's secret collection. Catherine the Great, the Empress of Russia, had a scandalous secret hidden within her palace walls. She amassed a collection of erotic furniture, a testament to her liberated views on sexuality. Chapter 32. Al Capone's Diamond Revolver. Al Capone, the notorious gangster, had a taste for luxury, even in his weaponry. He carried a custom-made revolver with his name engraved in diamonds, a symbol of his wealth and ruthlessness. Chapter 33. Louis Pasteur's Fear of Handshakes. Louis Pasteur, the father of microbiology, understood the invisible world of germs better than anyone. He refused to shake hands, fearing contamination, a practice considered eccentric at the time. Chapter 34. Johannes Kepler, the astronomer known for his laws of planetary motion, found beauty in the mundane. He was obsessed with snowflakes, studying their intricate patterns, convinced they held hidden meanings. Chapter 35. Robert Louis Stevenson, the author of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, wrote the entire novella in a drug-induced frenzy. Fueled by cocaine, he barely slept, channeling his subconscious into this dark masterpiece. Chapter 36. Alfred Hitchcock, the master of suspense, harbored an unusual phobia. He was terrified of eggs, refusing to even look at them, let alone eat them. This fear stemmed from a childhood trauma. Chapter 37. Houdini's Psychic Crusade. Harry Houdini, the famed illusionist, dedicated himself to exposing fraudulent psychics. He believed they preyed on the vulnerable and used his knowledge of trickery to debunk their claims. Chapter 38. Mark Zuckerberg's uniform choice. Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook, famously wore the same grey t-shirt every day for years. His reason? To avoid decision fatigue, freeing up mental energy for more important matters. Chapter 39. Genghis Khan's Destined Rule. Genghis Khan, the founder of the Mongol Empire, believed his destiny was foretold. A childhood vision convinced him he was destined to rule the world, fueling his ambition and ruthlessness. Chapter 40. Plato's Philosophy of Love. Plato, the Greek philosopher, held unconventional views on love. He believed true love could only exist between two men, considering it the highest form of intellectual and spiritual connection. Chapter 41. Julius Caesar's Divine Seizures. Julius Caesar, the Roman general, suffered from epilepsy. Instead of shame, he embraced his seizures, believing they were signs of divine favor and using them to his political advantage. Chapter 42. Mary, Queen of Scots golf game. Mary, Queen of Scots, known for her resilience, shocked her court with her actions. Just days after her husband's murder, she was seen playing golf, a display of defiance and a coping mechanism. Chapter 43. Einstein's Lost Address. Albert Einstein, the brilliant physicist, was known for his absent-mindedness. Once, lost in thought, he forgot where he lived and had to be escorted home by a police officer. Chapter 44. Napoleon's Poison Necklace. Napoleon Bonaparte, the French emperor, always had an escape plan. He wore a locket containing poison around his neck, a morbid reminder of his mortality and a way to cheat defeat. Chapter 45. Mozart's Musical Joke. Wolfgang Amadeus. Mozart, the musical prodigy, had a mischievous sense of humor. He once composed an entire symphony filled with deliberate errors and absurdities as a practical joke on a fellow musician. Chapter 46. Queen Isabella's Unwashed Devotion. Queen Isabella of Spain, known for her piety, took her faith to extremes. She vowed not to change her clothes until her armies recaptured Spain, enduring months in the same dress as a sign of devotion. Chapter 47. Nero's Golden Palace. Nero, the Roman emperor infamous for his excesses, commissioned a palace of unparalleled opulence. His golden house featured a revolving dining room, a testament to his extravagance and cruelty. Chapter 48. Richard Nixon's Presidential Conversations. Richard Nixon, the 37th president, grappled with loneliness and paranoia. Late at night, he would talk to the portraits of past presidents lining the White House walls, seeking guidance or solace. Chapter 49. Pablo Escobar's Burning Cash. Pablo Escobar, the Colombian drug lord, was known for his ruthlessness and wealth. While on the run, he burned $2 million in cash to keep his daughter warm, a chilling example of his priorities. Chapter 50. Elvis's personal food taster. Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, lived in constant fear of being poisoned by jealous rivals. He employed a personal food taster to sample his meals, a testament to the pressures of fame. Outro. From bizarre rituals to shocking eccentricities, we've journeyed through the strange habits of history's most powerful figures. It's a reminder that even the greatest minds are shaped by their own unique quirks and demons. Which of these historical habits surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. And before you go, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more shocking history.